All right, so this is part 5 of the $700 Jeep Cherokee XJ rebuild project that I've been doing on this channel for right around 10 months now. If you want to go in and see the previous parts to this series, it's obviously going to be 4 parts because this is the 5th part here. If you want to see those previous 4 parts though, I will likely have a link in the description to the playlist. I think I'm going to make a playlist for all the videos that I've done on this thing. So if you want to see the previous parts to me rebuilding this Jeep Cherokee here, just go to the description below, or maybe at the end of this video, I'll have a little like active link or something to to the playlist of this thing. So anyways, a little backstory to this Jeep. It's again $700 Jeep Cherokee XJ that we actually bought on Facebook Marketplace. Actually, we kind of bought it on like a yard sale group for our town on Facebook. So I guess this is kind of like a yard sale bought Jeep, if you want to say that. So there's that. Now, if you guys have been following the previous parts, of course, to this Cherokee, you guys would know that I have done quite a lot of stuff to this Jeep. When we first got it, it was in horrible condition. It was all dirty. It had really bad rims. This was actually a base model SE Cherokee, so it came with really no options. It had horrible, like, I think aluminum rims. They were all rusted. It looked really bad when I got this thing. The front end was all busted up. The bumper was dented. There was missing parts. This thing was just in really bad condition when I got it. But over the past 9 months, I've really done quite a lot of stuff to this Jeep. And of course, by the title, you guys can see that this thing is pretty much completely done, which means I have my new headliner and my new carpet installed and my new stereo system and a lot of other things. But before I completely call this Cherokee, 100%, pretty much 100% completely done, I have to do 3 more things mainly. I have to replace the steering stabilizer. Okay, I have to do that. I have to go ahead and wrap the hood. I'm going to do like a matte black wrap on this. I'm probably going to pay someone to do that professionally, since you don't really want to go cheap on that and have imperfections. And I'm also going to go ahead and get the windows tinted here in a few days. I actually bought a like a window tint set, I guess you could say, on Amazon. It's actually already pre-cut for the Cherokee, so that's really cool. All I have to do is just install it and it'll be done. And this thing will have all fresh tint except for the windshield. And by the way, it's going to be 35%, so the legal amount for our county, I guess. So there's that. So that's the main things I need to do to this Jeep. So I guess I'll start with what I've done since I last did a video on this Cherokee, which is, I would say, quite a few, or not necessarily a lot of stuff, but it's a lot of big things, I guess. So anyway, starting here on the front, you can see here I got LED headlights. I actually did a installation video on here. It now has daytime running lights and of course, it's LED, so LED headlights and normal beams. So there's that, and these have been working very well. I've had them in here for like a month and a half, and they have given me no problems. So that's one thing I've done. Also, actually, speaking of LED lights, every single light in this Cherokee, exterior and interior, is all LEDs. Okay, the only light on this car that is not an LED is the little warning lights on the interior for like the check engine, the seat belt, and so on. Those aren't LEDs, but other than that, every single light on this car is LEDs, of course, including the headlights, the side marker lights, turn signals, and then for the rear, the tail lights, the turn signals, and the reverse lights, those are all LEDs. So very nice, looks very good, and of course it's very power efficient, which is kind of important when you have a high mileage alternator. Okay, you want to be easy on it. Anyway, so up here on the front, again, I got headlights. I also got a new bumper. Okay, this is brand new. Only had it on here for just over a month, actually. I got for Christmas. So here's this. Looks very nice. I believe this is a Onyx Ada, or Ada, however you say it. So cheap bumper, but hey, it's working pretty well. I also got the bumper caps here because they were missing when I got the car. And these are also new. Again, they look very nice. And also down here, got the lower valance. You can see right there, it goes to there. Bottom part of the bumper here, I actually got that. Now this is actually a junkyard part right here. I got it from a blue Cherokee, which I've gotten many parts from actually, and so it's been quite a good donor to this Jeep. So there's it looks very good. It looks actually like a a Cherokee now. Going back and give you guys a nice little shot. Looks way better with that lower valance in my opinion. So there's that. What else have I done? Not that much. I got sport badges here. Okay, I actually 3D printed these, so I didn't have to pay anything for them, and those look way nicer in my opinion. Always like the style that they use, so that's why I wanted them. So there's that. On the side here, nothing much. Oh, I did get new wiper blades. So there's that. Michelin, as you can see right there. So that's cool. Over here, nothing really has happened back here. Actually, my plate is installed, so I'm gonna have to cover that up right quick. Let me go ahead and put a towel over my license plate, and then I'll go and resume the video. All right, so I went ahead and covered up my license plate with a paper towel. Doesn't look very pretty, but hey, it works. So there's that. Back here, not much else has gone on. I got a trailer hitch, okay, if I didn't mention that, part 4, which actually I think I did, but I still have that installed. That's pretty much it for back here, except for, of course, my plate, which also means I have this thing roadworthy now. Yes, it did pass inspection, 100% fine, which is kind of surprising. And I mean, it completely did everything fine. We got insured just fine, so that's really cool. So I can actually legally drive this thing now. So there's that. On the side here, nothing much has gone on either. Not really much has gone on the exterior, other than a few little things, such as suspension components, front end components up here, and that's pretty much it for the exterior. So let's go ahead and jump into the interior. Going to open up the door here. Check it out, new carpet. I'll show you up here the new headliner. Yes, no more sagging, falling headliner on your head anymore. So very nice. I did this all on my own pretty much. It looks very nice. I'm really happy on how this came out. I guess there's not really much more to say about the headliner. There, actually, you can see there is my soundbar, which, yes, I actually got this from the blue Cherokee also. I also got the soundbar support bracket from the blue Cherokee. I got the lower valance from. So there's that, and the rear soundbar works very well. By the way, this thing didn't originally come with a rear soundbar since it was a base model Cherokee. So I actually had to add that. There was nothing back there for a rear soundbar, not even wiring. So I had to do this all on my own. I'm really happy on how it came out. So there's that. I guess that's really it for the headliner, other than, I mean, it came out really well. I'm really happy on how it worked. Everything went very smoothly. So there's that for the headliner. Now the carpet, you can see here it's installed, brand new carpet. And the only thing that really sucks about this carpet is that it didn't come pre-cut, okay? So it's basically a big square, okay, that they just sell to you, okay? It's their brand name. It's Auto Custom Carpets. They seem to be, they seem to make good carpets, but they're not very custom for your vehicle, because I had to cut this thing down quite a bit for it just to fit in this vehicle, and even then it still doesn't fit very well, okay? For example, this might look like, that bubble is supposed to be there, but if you push on it, it goes way down, okay? So it didn't turn out very well. If I'm going to be putting in a new carpet into any vehicle ever again, I'm going to make sure it's completely cut to size, because this one wasn't, and which really sucks, because now it might look good, but it really didn't fit that great, and we have to put in a lot of work to it. So carpet, for me, in my opinion, it turned out fine, but it was kind of not a great carpet installation. So there's that. Carpet does look, of course, a lot better though than the one that was in here when we got the vehicle. I remember that coffee stains is all moldy on the passenger side. This carpet was just so gross. So even though this one might not fit perfectly, it's still way better than how we got the vehicle. So there's that. Down here, also I got a new, what are these, floor mats? They look used, but it's because they are. I've been using them for what? Let's see here. 49 miles. So there's that. You can see that's how much I've driven this thing. So there's that. They are, of course, a little bit muddy, though. I also got a new brake pad. So there's that. Mine was all messed up, and there's actually chunks missing out of it somehow. So there's that. Also cleaned up the car, or also cleaned up the seats, passenger side and driver's side. And you can see here I also have the, what is it, center console installed. Turned out very well. Also have this cup holder here. Now this is actually a Mopar part because the 96 and below Cherokees never came with a cup holder. Yeah, really dumb design on Jeep's part. But they actually sold this, I believe, as a factory option for the Cherokees. So I bought one off of Quadratech. You can see here, again, I'm just going to give you a nice little overview of the whole interior. It came out really nice. Show you the back seats here. Really happy with how it turned out. So there's that. I guess from here there's not much to do other than show you the rear seat. Actually, it's locked, so I'm gonna have to unlock this. See the back seats. Came out pretty all right. Let's close this door and get back in here. So from what I'm going to do now is actually go in and start the vehicle because if you guys remember, when I had the carpet out, I actually installed sound insulation, okay? Noiko sound insulation, sound deadener. And in my opinion, it really made this interior so much better. This thing is really quiet now. I'm gonna close the door and start the vehicle just to show you guys. Actually, the key is in my pocket. There we go. Let's put it in the ignition here and start the vehicle, and you guys will see how quiet this interior is now. There you go. Of course, there is still engine noise, but I mean, this is also a $700 car. So there's that. But again, as far as I'm concerned, this is way, way quieter than a normal stock Cherokee of this era. Way better. I'm really happy with it. Also, from the blue Jeep, we also got this lower part here. I don't know what to call it, but lower dash bezel, because mine had a big crack all the way down right here. And so I grabbed this one from the blue Cherokee, which is in practically perfect condition. So that turned out really well. Also here have my bass knob mounted because I do, of course, have a subwoofer in the back, kicker subwoofer, which I'll go and show you guys that in a minute and just show you guys the whole stereo system and how it turned out. See, I'm gonna give it a rev just to see how the interior noise is. So yes, of course you can still hear the engine noise, but in my opinion, it's way better than how a normal stock Cherokee would be. So I'm still pretty happy with how it turned out. So yeah, I guess it's really, again, that's really it for the interior. I haven't done much on the interior, but the things that I have done, they're very, very big things, such as, again, the headliner and the carpet. Also, well, there's not much of a good way for me to show you this, but I steam cleaned the inside of the vents here because they had a bunch of dust, and that happens with any vehicle. And I'm going to try to show you the best I can. They turned out extremely well. They literally look brand new now. Way better. So if you have an older vehicle with dust in the vents, just get a steam cleaner and you know, spend a little bit of time on these vents, and it really helps with the whole look of the interior of your vehicle. So there's that. Really happy with how that turned out. So what I'm going to go and do now is hook up a phone to the aux cord here and go ahead and play a song to show you guys the subwoofer along with the rear speakers, because I haven't showed you either of those since I did part 4. So let's go and do that now. All right, so quick little clip right here. This is recorded a few days later after I did my video on this thing, and I tried to do an audio test to show you guys my audio system the best I can, but unfortunately YouTube copyrighted it. So I shortened the clips down, and they're like 3 seconds each. So hopefully you guys can at least get a feel for how the audio system is, but unfortunately I can't show the whole thing. So there's that. Let's go ahead and resume with the video. Alright, so there was a quick little stereo demo on this Cherokee. Now again, I have a kicker subwoofer. It's just a $200 powered subwoofer that you guys can find on Walmart. So there's that. I will try to give a link to the subwoofer in the description below if I remember. And rears, I have 5 1/4 inch kickers also, and then 5 1/4 inch Pioneers in the front. So there's my stereo setup, and I mean, it works for me. It's very good in my opinion for just a very cheap price, because I mean the subwoofer's $200, these Pioneers were $30, let's just go and say $50, right around there, and the kickers were, I believe, $50 also. So right around a $300 stereo system, so not bad in my opinion. And the Sony Xplod unit here came with the car when I got this thing. It's not factory, but so there's that. In my opinion, again, it works for me very well, and overall this whole car is working for me very well. Again, you can see I've driven it almost 50 miles here, and it's working again great. I'm really happy with this car for just $700, and I mean 9 months of work, but I can't really put a price on that. So I'm really happy with this car. Hopefully it'll serve me for a very long time, and if anything happens you know, really big from here, I'll do another part. I'll probably do part 6 in maybe 2 months or so, and just give a little ownership update on how this thing has been treating me, and how many like faults or stuff I've had, something like that, what has broken. Hopefully I'll never do a part of like I crashed my Cherokee or something like that. Hopefully that'll never happen, but I mean, you never know. So yeah, I guess that's really for this video. Not much more to say on the Cherokee other than this thing is pretty much complete, way better than how it was in part 4. So yeah, I guess that's really for this video. Hope everybody enjoyed, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.